clown shot. Is that a clown shot?
It's after
man.
it's after
It's
it's after
after
it's after
it's
it's.
after it's.
I feel like we could play your music all night, man.
Straight.
It's
Non-stop,
been
non-stop.
it's been years,
Don't
years on top of years,
Yeah, man.
and so many hit songs along the journey.
Don't it?
How does that make you feel, man?
Feel great, you know what I mean? It's always a great feeling, you know what I mean? Cause great music, you know what I mean? And it, set that trend, and good to know that you can do music that can change people's life, you know, man, and song that people look up to in terms of, them everyday stress that them go through, even systematically through the system, or they have been oppressed and suppressed by the system systematically. And then this music is the music that, give them the hope, you know what I mean, and give them the courage, you know what I mean, to carry on, you know what I mean. So it's a joy.
How do you come up with your lyrics? Like, is it life for you? Do you sit down and say, this is a particular thing that I really want to address because I don't like how this is going?
Yeah, and anything happen, it don't have to be all right. Growing up as a kid, everything that happened in the community, I always wrote about it, and it don't have to even be something major. You know what I mean? And we sing about what we experience. Remember, I travel the globe, you know what I mean, and I experience different cultures and diversity, within culture, within music, different genres and them things. And I'm a good improviser, you know what I mean? 'Cause you can just say a word and, I just wrote a song like that. And something can just happen and I just wrote a song like that,
Is social commentary important to you?
Definitely important.
So you have to let people know what's going on in life with the music.
Definitely.
I know, of course, Rastafari is one of the major factors.
Definitely.
I know Garvey is one of the major factors. Right. But I feel like our reggae culture is missing that whole strong social commentary that we used to have. Do you feel that way sometimes?
Yeah, sometimes, you know what I mean? But as I said, we just have to pay more focus on the people who still have the interest, you know what I mean? And people who still regard the icons and the pioneer them and the legacy that they built and, the things that they spoke about over the years, you know what I mean, in terms of the salvation, the redemption, the repatriation, the restoration, the liberation, the emancipation, the self-esteem, the self-awareness, the self-reliance, the self-taught, the self-control, the respect, the discipline, the diligence, the humility, the tolerance, name it, and it goes on. The self-determination, We need to take time out to pay more attention to signals and wave and energy and frequency and vibration, you know what I mean? So, as I say, my work, that's my work. I just have to do it, and, what I mean, I'm just a reminder.
But your work is heavy, though, Capleton, because here's the thing, right? Some artists we look to for just to enjoy ourselves, but your music is also, we look forward to it for the teaching.
Yeah, definitely.
Right? We look forward for the message that comes with the music.
Right.
And I don't know if people realize this, but there's so many people who learn from music.
Right.
It's not only books alone we learn from,
the music
and especially if it's somebody like yourself that we idolize, right? So Capleton said, if we look into this, so we're going to look into this. Yeah. And I think that's how the dance hall has always been,
Yeah, and then the music reaches the people more.
Right.
And it's easy. You know what I mean? Because even when you travel a certain place out in the world and, the youth them from the college, and man say, Capleton, it's the music we listen to, and then we go and do our researches and then find truth.
So you bring awareness, and then they go and do the research.
Just like how His Majesty tell us, read the Bible and read it with overstanding and read it with an open mind, and you will find truth in it for yourself.
For yourself, yeah.
So it's not like everything when you read, you accept. Because remember the add-on and the takeoff and the translation.
So you have to make sense out of it yourself.
Yeah.
How does it make you feel like when you go to these campuses and you intertwine, not with people of your age, but the younger people, and you realize you still have a grip on them after 30 years?
That just show you how powerful the music is. You know what I mean? And then through we have that passion for the music, and through we follow the music, and we know the purpose of the music. You know what I mean? It's a great feeling, to see the youths them, really, dig deep and they came out, and it's not only like they jump and they dance and them wave, but you can see that they really focus it. You can.
They meditate.
The meditation.
They meditate in the lyrics.
Yeah.
And I don't know, man. You have a really good a strong responsibility.
For real.
I mean, forget about the stage show because you got that lock, right? Forget about the making the hits because you got it locked. But I feel like there's a different part of Capleton that people don't talk about.
Right.
And that's the responsibility that you always held to always be doing the right thing.
Right.
To always be a figure in the music, to be a positive figure, to stay clean, and to always be teaching. Every time you pick up the microphone, there's a lesson to be learned if somebody just listens.
Just listen.
And that's what I really respect about you.
Yeah.
It has never changed. It has always been constant. There is that message, but you just gotta listen. So in the middle of the we have,
yeah,
up there, this and that, you know,
yeah.
you giving your performances. If you listen carefully, there's a music there. There's a message in the music.
Yeah,
and I love that. And it seems like you make sure that that is always the case.
Definitely. That's why I always break and say, "Well up," you know what I mean, and then I will make them listen. Because most people don't like listen. So, it's only a few person like we hold a mic and talk and, the people really listen. You have some people that say, yo, stop the long talk, man, sing the song. You understand what I mean? I say, but, you know what I mean? But when you talk, when you're saying something that makes sense.
Right.
You understand what I say? And it make them check and I say, yeah, a real thing, they will... resonate.
I don't think that anybody would ever say stop the long talking to a Capleton.
No.
Right? I know you don't get that.
No, never.
Because people will stand there and I've seen you speak on stage for a long period of time and everybody just stands there and just takes in what you're saying.
Yeah.
I've seen you, DJ till the rhythm done and all 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 minutes and you're still doing your thing.
And you still talk and get a forward.
Yes.
You know what I mean? You talk and the place bust.
It's when I say ultimately, Capleton, if no one has told you this, I'm telling you this. You are one of the greatest to present our culture out there in the world.
For
right?
real.
Versatile, consistent.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I feel like you're one of those artists that if you decide not to record another record, you're going to be touring for the rest of your life, same way.
Definitely.
Right? And that has to be an achievement within itself.
Yeah, because I've been to Europe the other day, and then the people saying to me last summer, like I performed at most of the big festivals, like the Reggae Lake, the Sundance, the Rotterdam, the Reggae, name it. And the people say, Capleton, we give thanks for you, And this is white people I'm telling them about. And say, Capleton, if you didn't come to Europe this time that you come, then the next 2 or 3 years from now, dancehall and reggae music will take a big
Can you go
dip.
set it back?
Yeah.
You have to go set it back.
Yes, sir.
And that's the thing. When the music needs that reset, it's people like yourself that they have to pull out and say, come fix it back.
Yeah.
We broke it up, come fix it back.
For real.
Yeah,
for real.
and that's just what it is.
For real. And true, we love it and we value it and we, you know what I mean, and we do it for the people. You know what I mean? And we do it for the culture. We do it for the country. Understand what I say? Then it give you the energy and the vibe to go out there. Even though we know, it's a challenge, you know what I mean? But, I just said the art of the battle is sweet of the victory, you know what I mean? And, we know what we want in terms of the unification amongst the people. We know how powerful the culture is, you know what I mean? And then we were ordained to do this too, you know what I mean? And then, we want to pay that homage. Homage to all of those great legends who set it, you know what I mean? We don't want them in them grave on a roll.
How important is that to you?
Very, very
important. To set it, to make sure that you pull and you don't let down the people who came before you.
Yeah, because you cannot build without a foundation.
Right.
So you cannot, you have to uphold the foundation, you know what I mean? Remember, it's set, so we can't destroy it, you know what I mean?
Your icons are who?
Well, I may have so much.
I've never gotten a chance to ask you. Like, your icons are who? Like, who are the people them that you...
My personal DJ is really Papa San.
Papa San.
Papa San is my DJ. I'm not afraid to talk that nowhere on the planet of the earth. Papa San are the body steps. Right now, I'm from Papa San left dancehall at Capleton. You know what I mean? and even though he give over his life to the Lord and he's in church, I still my DJ.
Still
DJ. It not change. Peter touch them man, they one of my icon. Them man, they're the real fireman.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I say? Culture, don't play with him either. You understand? Burning Spear. You know Bob Marley. You know what I mean? So, and Max Romeo. He just
Max
passed.
Romeo?
Yeah, he just passed.
Wow.
I don't know if people know.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, he just passed. So
I just saw him
I just
maybe
wanna say
like 2 years ago.
condolences to
Wow.
the entire fraternity and the entire family of Max Romeo. You know what I mean? One of our great legend. Growing up as a kid, my favorite Max Romeo was bring back Maccabee version that God gave to black man get up, stand up on foot and give black God. And I combined the song the other day. Yeah, I did a combination with it. Yeah,
with him or?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
You gotta get. Yeah, I gotta get that.
Yeah, we have to go find it.
we gotta figure it out. Cause I know you're still making new music. You're always making music.
Well, I don't want to talk too soon or too loud, but I got a new album coming soon.
Nice.
Planning to drop it about September, October.
How much albums do you have?
A couple of well,
Maybe like 50, more than 50.
Yeah, more than 50.
More than
about
50.
20 something, yeah.
But you know, Capleton has been doing the work so long, and the reason why I asked you who's your icons, because if you're my icon and you're the icon of so many, then we want to know who you look up to as well.
Man, for real,
which
for
artists
real.
them gave you the fuel and the inspiration as
man,
well.
For real,
right?
For
to take the art, the dance hall in different spaces.
Right.
I know you started out on the sound systems, which a lot of people don't know.
No.
Right? You started out on the sound systems and you were a monster on the sound systems.
For real.
Right? So it's like, from your boss, you've been a monster. Monster on the sound systems, and then, of course, monster on the stage.
Right.
How does that... I don't know. How do you keep up?
Well, as I said, I love what I do.
You just love what you do.
Yeah, and I love the people. Because the people is the most important thing. Because, you know, without the people, then we're nothing. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, whatever to please the fans, you know, I'm in for it. You know what I mean?
Do you ever get disappointed in the business, like certain things that's happening in the industry, or do you always keep...
Well, a lot of things, you know what I mean? A lot of things will make you feel away more time, you know what I mean?
Because you've been around long enough to see the changes.
Yeah. And we know the music, it like always evolve. It's not going to stay one place, and we're going to have new youth that emerge, and the youth them are going to experiment, and you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, as I say, you just have to pay attention to the authenticity, you know what I mean? And we have to just stick to the roots regardless. So I always tell the youth, them say, yo, if you do 5 songs, make sure I say even one is a positive song.
It's a positive song.
Yeah, that can make a positive mark, you know what I mean?
I remember sitting with a group of people. This is a true story, right? And we were seeing all of the young new artists emerge. And, you know, that at the time, everybody was like, well, this is what the industry is going to become. And I'm like, yo, don't count out profit. Like, don't count out profit, because, you know, don't matter how much new songs these brethren make and how much hits they make, they don't have the full package like profit.
Yeah, but
right?
there's no longevity. You know, some song, cause you can't do a song and it lasts for 5 months, or 6 months, or 3 months, and then it gone in the garbage. You know what I mean? You have to do song for decades.
You're still performing songs 20 years old.
Yeah, and
15 years old.
You know what I mean?
Come on,
and it's still relevant.
Come on.
It's still relevant to what is happening, you know, systematically right now.
Right, because they were well written.
Yeah. You understand? And people say, yo, him didn't know this, but, you know, it's been there. You know what I mean? You never pay attention. And maybe you never listen, so we need to listen more deeply. You understand the message? And we need to think more. We need to go in order to reach the height. To reach the heights, you have to go from the depths. It's from the depths of depths to the heights of height. So more time, you got to think outside the box. You know what I mean? And you know, the succumb in or something. Then they might say, yo, you think too deep. Why you have to think so deep? But it's from the depths of depths to the heights of heights. So you have to go to the depths before you can reach the heights.
Right.
You understand the message? And people don't know how important telepathical communication is. You understand? They don't know that they manifest the activity of their thinking. They don't know that they create their physical experiences through the way they think and the way they feel, through emotion or intuition or invocation, name it. They don't know that their chakra can open to a different dimension. You understand what I mean? So they don't even know we can talk without even verbally speaking. That is something that we practice daily. You understand what I mean? So as I said, you cannot limit yourself. You understand what I mean? So when Babylon try to change the fact and claim the divinity, you cannot stoop to the limitation, then accept the stripping of the royalty and say, yes, it is all good. No. Remember what your ancestors been through, the challenges that they faced, the sacrifices that they made in terms of to liberate us, our mind as a people. And then we need to stick to unity. You know, we need to unify, because unity is strength. They tell us that united we stand and divided we fall. You know what I mean? They're going to always set up stuff to divide us, to have us fighting against each other, encouraging murder among ourselves. Then they will tell you that murder among black cases should be a very little punishment. But it's up to you if you want to succumb or subordinate or fall victim. You know what I mean? Remember the youth. Youth, they are the future. Whatever they live, that's what they're going to learn. You understand? More time, I cannot beat down the people because I know that they are brainwashed, educated. And then that's a big problem that we have, because most people act naive and as if we weren't brainwashed, educated. You get European curriculum. You get European philosophy. You can't fight that. You get that. That's how you live. Daily life that. You understand? So I cannot beat them down because I know they live what they learn. And I'm not here to come and push nothing down your throat and say, yo, this is what you must accept. And I say, you have to do. And I say, no, you have to go find God for yourself, because I can't find God for you, because God living in you and him living in me. Envy, greed, bad mind, and all these things. I don't know if it's something where them inherit, or if it's something in them DNA, or people just adapt that or whatever. But, you know what I mean, if you want to be glorified, then you have to glorify others too. You understand what I mean? And as I say, I don't deal with individualism, and I don't like selfish people. I don't like people who feel like say they're more than people and them better than people, and it's all about them and it don't make no sense, and you want to make no sense, and I'm me and this and me and that. No, it is not about you, it's not about me, it's about us, it's about we. You understand what I mean? I say, So that's how life is. And then there's no love. You understand? I mean, love is the ultimate force. If you don't love, you can't find God. You want to find hell? Hell in you. You want to find heaven? Heaven in you. What is heaven? Heaven is joy. Heaven is peace. Heaven is unity. Heaven is love. Heaven is happiness. What is hell? Hell is destruction. Hell is immorality. Name it. Hell is dismay. Name it. It goes on and on. You understand? You have two spirits. One is good. One is bad. The good spirit will never tell you to do something bad. The bad spirit will never tell you to do something good. So it's up to you. It's a choice. Choose and choose wisely. But mindful of the things you do, mindful of the things you say. You don't want to regret your actions in the long run. You cannot blame someone for what you did or for what you do. You understand?
This is why you have to keep quiet when Prophet speaks. This is why, right? This is why Prophet is able to go on a stage and just have a conversation with thousands of people, because there's strength in the words that come out of his mouth. One of the icons of the industry. And you know that I've been, since we spoke on the phone the other morning, we've been talking about this. What comes first? Is it legend or icon? Is it icon or legend? Yeah. And talk to me again. What do you think is the ultimate?
Yeah,
ultimate is legendary or ultimate is icon?
It has to be the icon.
It's the icon. Yeah, so Capleton is the icon, and if we can say double icon, I'm a double icon.
Yeah, I'm telling you, well, Tour is such a story so real, because everything that I've said in the song is something that literally happened. I went back to Jamaica, Dirtsman died, Panet died, the Pope came to Jamaica, you know what I mean? Everything. And then the remix, when the remix came, the remix was done by Signet Records. And then the sample was owned by Russell Simmons, Def Jam at the time, you know what I mean? Then when the remix came out, a lot of record company wanted to sign me, you know what I mean? But Russell Simmons, Def Jam, they made the better offer, so I had to go with them, and he was the one who owned the sample as well, you know what I mean? Yeah, man. But everything about Tour is real.
That was a real experience.
Both from a political point of view, musical point of view, name it, it goes on and on. Everything is real. Everything that I've said in the song is something that literally happened real in life. I value the people. You know what I mean? I'm a people's person. You know what I mean? So, I'm not unapproachable. You know what I mean? And the people who make us, you know what I mean, are made us. So without the people, then we're nothing. So, we have to show that love, we have to show that joy. Sometime at night time, me last leave every venue. People wonder why I do that. Some artists, them just work and come off a stage, boom, them gone. You see me? And I don't like to take pictures before I go on stage, even though I still does it sometimes, but that's something that I like to do.
Does it mess with your meds?
Definitely, because you don't know. Remember, people come in with all different kind of negative energies and everything. There. So you might just hug somebody and then just left a spell upon you. You might just shake a hand and then left a spell upon you. You might just stomp off a face and then left a spell. So I always took my pictures and signed my autograph when I came off stage.
After?
Yeah. Because
you want to make sure, and this is very, very, important. So, again, Capleton is showing you that there's nothing more important than him getting on stage and delivering what people are expecting you to deliver.
Definitely.
Now, later on, you spend time in the venue and you do all kind of mingling and stuff.
Venue and I
right?
Man,
listen. This road for the longest while. Yeah, man. This is when we've been through the struggle and when we get the fight and the pressure, This is one of the tunes them where carry me through,
Again, the music is about the life.
Yeah, man. I tell
Guys, call me up and tell me where you're calling from. Let Capleton know where you're calling from. Somebody called in from Baltimore. Somebody called in from Philly. I was just having a conversation with Capleton, and I'm like, yo, Capleton, Soundchat Radio's all over the place. They almost killed me the other day, right?
Yeah.
We came off the radio, and they were like, why didn't you ask Capleton who does his clothes and
man.
who makes his shoes?
Yeah, man. Big up Bala. Ken the shoes, man, and Bala the designer,
Listen, Capleton, we got to show you the love, man, because
thanks, man.
You earned it. You know
Definitely,
what I mean? It's not even something that's hard to do.
Yeah.
When we speak about your career and when we compliment you on your journey, it's not that we're trying to speak these things because you're in our presence. We speak these things when you're not even in our presence, because there's certain things that cannot be denied. Right? Your impact on the culture of dancehall and reggae, and also not many artists have been able to put a foot in both.
Right.
Right? So you've been able to represent reggae and represent dancehall right throughout the world. Don't matter what the age of the audience is, you're gonna find a way for boss it.
Yeah, man,
right?
for real.
And you're gonna find a way to give the message that needs to be delivered.
Right.
Guys, I'm not taking no more phone calls because we're gonna be here all night. I'm gonna want Thunder kill me. Talk to me about, you know, your experiences working with with Anthony B.
Well, as we come a long way, you know what I mean? Remember the first time, you know, the first time Anthony the first major tour was is a Capleton tour, you know. Yeah, and I took him on tour.
Oh, you took him on tour?
Yeah, just like how I took Rummy and Virgo and Munga on their first major tour. Yeah,
wow.
Man. Yeah, man, Anthony B come.
I don't know if you remember this, man, and maybe, you know, you do so much shows around the world, you might not remember it, but I remember one time that somebody had the crazy idea to put you and Anthony B in SOBs together. And like, it was like fire department rap. Like no, nobody could get in. It was the whole place in were blocked.
Don't it?
Yeah.
Can you know Capleton I go say, light up the chalice make we burn down Rome. Anthony B I go say, fire for Rome. Let's start go burn down, brother.
Thank you so much for passing through the studio. Thunder,
always
big up
a pleasure.
yourself.
Always
the rest
a
of the
pleasure,
family,
son.
big up yourself.
Yeah, man.
Capleton, we can't tell you how much we love and respect what you have done for the growth and development of the culture. Phone line them still a ring people and they can't talk to me later. Capleton's gonna be definitely out the building.
It's all about peace and love and unity. It's all about the blessing. It's all about the joy. It's all about keeping the fire burning. And as we know that fire is for the purification and the preservation of soul. We don't want people feel like when we say more fire, I will say we are going to burn down the place. We are going to literally light the place. It's not a literal fire. It's an energetic fire. It's a fire with a love. It's a fire with words, sound and power. It's a fire with the message. You know what I mean? So, you know, and the fire not different from the fire with Bob Marley burn and Bunny Wailer burn and Peter Dutch burn and the whole of the icons them who they come blaze the fire. Bob make you know the only thing them can't take from us is the fire. You know what I mean? Fire is the ultimate force, so we have to keep the fire burning. You know what I mean? We have to always remember the youths. So I always tell them, don't kill the women, because if you kill the women, you kill procreation. And please don't kill the children, because if you kill the children, you kill the future. And we know it's impossible to live in the past, but without a past, there wouldn't be a present. And without a present, there wouldn't be a future. You know what I'm saying? So we just have to keep the fire burning, do what is right. If something is not meaningful and it's not uplifting, you don't want to be a part of it. And try to make that positive mark at all costs. You know what I mean? Don't worry about the turmoil and the obstacle and the stumbling block. It is a part of the struggle. You know what I mean? So you have to stand up and you have to fight. You have to believe in yourself. You know, believe in you, believe in what you do, believe in what you love. Keep the fire burning. Stand up strong. Persevere. You know what I mean? Determination. That's the key.
And you see, this is why, once again, we have to let Capleton talk. I'm going to get Capleton. Hopefully, I can get him in the art room. Hopefully, I can get him to sign the wall. Capleton, thank you so much for passing through. Big up to all of you guys that called in and represent the large network that we have here at Soundchat Radio. I'm expecting...
Welcome to Irish and Chin's YouTube channel. I need y'all to check out our radio platform, soundchatradio.com. Soundchatradio.com is broadcasting to 31 cities worldwide. If it's in the news, we are talking about it right here at soundchatradio.com our way. It's entertainment, it's music, but most of all, it's conversations happening here at soundchatradio.com. Just so you don't miss out, do yourself a favor right now and subscribe, like, and share this channel, right? And don't forget to press that notification button. It's soundchatradio.com 24 hours a day.